Bam, bam. No one back. It's me. Slushy. Sell coke, walk with a cane, flex the green Porsche in the rain. Catch me at the mall with your dame, but nah, I ain't buying shit. She's tricking. 5 pairs of 4 white airs and some Scottie Pippins. Bitches be basic and they ain't shit. At least I'm famous and I ain't shit. Well, my mother loves me, I'm a baby. We still drive each other crazy.
What's up, guys? So some of you may have heard we decided this year to retire the Crawdad. I've had this thing for like 4 or 5 years now. It's done good, but it's still a piece of shit. So this year we're upgrading to Trackers 12 wide. So they just came back out with these since enough people complained about them when they originally cut them off from production. So since so many people ask questions about my Crawdad build, I figured since I'm throwing this one together that I'll film some of it to hopefully help answer any questions you guys have. I think I'm going to start with mounting the seats, and then we'll just go from there. I got to build a little bracket to hold my trolling motor because I have a Minn Kota Tarova that I had on the Crawdad that I like to run on this with spot lock and all that trash. Alright, so let's get into it. Essentially, how I'm mounting these seats is with rib nuts. So you drill your hole in your aluminum, and this acts similar like a drywall anchor. So there's a tool that threads on the inside of this, and it'll actually compress the bottom half up. That way it can't pull back out. And they're corrosion resistant, all that fancy shit. So I'm going to mark my template, drill my holes, pop the rib nuts in, and then go inside, find some hardware that actually fits it, and I should be able to mount the bases for the seats right to the factory seats of the boat.
I let my chicken go, give her free range. This is Jericho, no Jerry curl. Put the pedal to the metal, make the Chevy twirl. Peace to my man Sean Allstate. I put 100K on Army versus Bulls. Yo, why you gotta be like that? That's just the way it is. You gotta raise your kids. I just wanna be a normal person, but I'm special and I understand that you wanna see me rapping through the running man.
Alright, so I got the rib nuts in, center hole drilled. I end up using like a 2-inch hole saw. The hole is 1 3/8 on the pedestal, but it has little I don't know, casting things on the side, so I had to go a little bit bigger. I'm gonna put a little bit of sealant around all these holes. That thing fits. Run the bolts in. Should be good to go, and I'll move on to the front. Alright, it's the next day. A little less windy today. I got the seats done yesterday. Now I took some rough measurements. I'm gonna make an aluminum bracket to hold this Tarova on the front of this thing. I was gonna buy one. Teeny Boat Nation sells them for like $130 or something like that. Shit, maybe like $140 shipped. But I have so much scrap aluminum lying around that I'm just gonna weld one up real quick on my own. Well, hopefully it's quick. I don't know. We'll see what happens.
Why you gotta be like that? That's just the way it is. Why you gotta be like that? That's just the way it is. Why you gotta be like that? That's just the way it is. And you wonder why my mind is filled with crazy shit. I fuck 3 bitches one day. I'm disgusting, but I'm honest.
Alright, got that all wrapped up. I said I was gonna tack it and then fit it. I just welded it. I hate welding aluminum. It's something I really don't do often enough to get good at it, so it's not the prettiest thing, but she's here. Just a basic little plate. Like I said, I'm gonna end up trimming the front half up here once I figure out exactly where I want this thing to sit. Yep. See, sometimes you just get it right. Very rarely for me, but she's dead level. Now I'm gonna hang the Minn Kota up there. Try to get a decent position on it where it's kind of out of the way when we're like, you know, up in the shallows and launching and whatever. But still sits somewhat close to the center. Not that that really matters all that much, but Whatever, we'll keep going. Alright, so everything's all fit up. Drilled the holes out. I'm gonna have to make it a little bit bigger, just reminded myself. And I ended up doing the same thing as yesterday. Nut certs. Same fucking hardware, it's like grade 10 or whatever. So now I'm gonna paint this thing up, and while it's drying, I'm gonna start planning out where I'm gonna run my wires to try to keep them hidden, and where I'm putting that plug. Alright, quick catch up. I went a little bit crazy, not filming. I was just in the zone, alright? Don't blame me. But here. We got troll motors all set up. Everything's all bolted down. Not the same color green, but it is what it is. Who really cares, right? GPS mounted. Still have to wire it. I got a plug for the trolling motor to hook into, right? So I go over there. I got the 360 mount in the back, and not the prettiest thing, but you know what? It'll work fine. Nice and centered, literally dead center on the boat. We're gonna do one more up front off a ball mount, probably off of the little baby piece here. So I'll have two 360s. When Tyler's with me, we'll have 3 of them, and it should make for some cool footage. So for now, I'm gonna go grab the battery box, find a little home for that, and I'm gonna start running some wires up to the front and then to the 360 mount right there, so that they will have dedicated fuses and all that happy shit. Alright, been a minute. Last time I recorded anything, it was the day before a 3-foot April snowstorm. They said we only got like a foot, but anyway, back out here. I did finish the cart. It's just a bunch of aluminum. It's really nothing fancy. I know you guys want to see me weld for fucking 2 hours, but super simple. I gotta make a few alterations to it, but it works for now. I don't know if I showed you. See, deck the seats. I still have to get some retainers to hold the wires in and shit. I end up putting this little kayak hatch in just for storage. There's obviously not a ton of room, but I mean, room's room, so I can store rain gear, maybe a couple little boxes, something in there. But now it's time to wrap it. So I just took off all the tracker decals. You can still see where the glue was. I just wiped it off. Should be drying in a minute. Then I get my wife to come out here and give me a hand taping that up, and we'll slap it on there. Okay, so apparently when I pressed record, it didn't actually press record. I did the first side, and it's very obvious that I have no idea what the fuck I'm doing. I'm only going to go this close, because if I get any closer, you'll see all the wrinkles. But, I don't know, it's fucking wrapped. I'll try to record the other side if I get it done before it gets too dark, but as you can see, probably not going to happen. I have no idea what I'm doing. I didn't even watch like a single YouTube video on this. I'm kind of just winging it. But what's life without a little risk, you know? Alright, see if I can get this other side done. Alright, another day. It's actually been probably 2 months since I finished that wrap on the other side of the boat. Camera died midway through and it was dark, so it didn't really matter anyway. But Tyler and I have been out in that 12 wide a few times now. It's proven itself pretty worthy. A lot better than the crawdad in my opinion. I'll show you guys right now how the floors came out, and I'll show you the little extra modifications I did to the cart to make it a little bit more user-friendly. Alright, we'll start with the cart. So before I just had the top piece, and it was a pain in the ass, as you could see, to get the boat on that, especially when pulling it up out of the water. So I just added 2 more pieces of aluminum to it. So now you can see it has a nice little ramp. You can slide the boat right up the back of the thing with no issue now. Strap it right in, you're out of there. I also upgraded the tires to solid rubber ones now, so I don't have to worry about flats or anything weird. The boat itself came out good. Ran out of C-deck, so I couldn't do the back, but the floors are a aluminum composite that John Perry from Live Free or Die helped me design. So we got some foam underneath, cut to fit. They don't weigh anything at all, and it quiets the boat down like you wouldn't believe. It's unreal. Plus, it's a little bit more comfortable to stand on now. I still never attached the wires because it works and I'm lazy. Ended up going with 2 separate ball mounts. So these are each for a 360, and then we run these out to the side like that. Hopefully get some cool net footage, or I don't know, something. I also wired in the GoPro mount for the rear with what I believe were T50 connectors. I don't remember, but clips right in the battery. Set it and forget it. It's pretty easy. But overall, cheap build, and the performance is insane. I love it.
Shoot some, baby, clear your sinus. I had to take his shit inside the diner, so I pulled the Rover over leather shoulder like Israeli soldiers. Catch me butt naked in the green Buick. Huey Lewis in the news drinking 22s. Thinking back when I was 22, and I didn't have the stunning do. Light skin, dark skin, no skin, bitch, I'm running through. Then eat the honeydew, I'm running with the money crew. 5 closets full of running shoes, and I ain't running Duke. My girl jealous because she knows that I'm in love with you. My name LeBron, and I got Fietti. You get robbed for your chetty. Whisper instructions to my console Yeti. Big shotty like it.
It's got a jig and a monk.
Yeti, fuck the world, tatted on the belly. Yo, why you gotta be like that? That's just the way it is. You gotta raise your kids. I just wanna be a normal person, but I'm special and I understand that you wanna see me rapping through the Running Man. But why you gotta be like that? That's just the way it is. Why you gotta be like that? That's just the way it is. Why you gotta be like that? That's just the way it is. And you wonder why my mind is filled with crazy shit.
As soon as I sat down, my poor back's falling apart from working all day. Then another victim on the PG. Not a giant, right? But pre-spawn, it's early. It's April something, I don't even know. We'll take it.